to include that here. Here I only need to include the most basic bit of info. If you actually look at the template, the images themselves are, in the HTML, it's got all the rest of the stuff. So for a start, it's got the bulk of the URL, the main bit of the image source. So I don't need to include that in my CMS entry. And then at the end of that, I've also got the file extension. Now I know it's sort of the file extension, the end of the file name is always going to be that, because that's how I've done it. As I've saved every image, I've stuck to this convention. So the only bit that's dynamic, the only bit that changes, is actually the front part of the file name. And in this case, it is for a road trip. So what that will spit out by putting in for a road trip there will actually spit out the file name for a road trip -inner-o3.jpg, and that is going to belong in this directory here, which is already defined in the template. So there's not really too much I need to define here. It's nice and easy. Now, as I said, I've also got the link, and there's the actual URL. I've archived this one on my server, so that's where it's sitting, and then the link display text. Then I've got the actual credits there, and if you look here, this is stuff that you don't see on the inner page, so let me talk you through it. There's one saying should it be featured. In fact, there are two custom fields called should it be featured, and the actual values for them are home and portfolio secondary. Now, where does this come in? Well, let's jump back to the portfolio. You can see that the Featured Web Apps Road Trip is actually featured in this secondary featured section. Now, it knows to feature it there because it has this custom value, portfolio secondary. If we jump to the home page, you can see that it will also appear, this particular project, in the featured list here. Here we've got the Featured Web Apps Road Trip, and that is because of the custom field that says it should also be featured on the home page. So although this is just the single post, it's also got custom fields in it which are describing how the post should be treated and other areas of the site. And of course, it's not just for this project, the same goes for the other projects which are featured on the homepage, like the Blue Flavor site, the Massive Attack site, or the other projects which are featured in the various different featured sections of the portfolio page, whether they're the main featured section here, or whether they're the secondary featured section down here. The important thing is that the custom fields are controlling how the posts are treated, not just on their individual pages, but on the portfolio page, the home page, and the various different sections of those pages. So you've seen